Hello and welcome to Spirit Among Us. As God's beloved children, we should be trusting the plans He has for us. We should be trusting God's plans for our lives. But we might have this question of how exactly we can trust God. How do we know that we should be trusting God and that we can trust Him? Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Here God is promising, is declaring that He knows the plans He has, that He knows what He's doing, and that He wants to bless us greatly. God does not want to harm us. He does not want to bring calamity on our lives. He wants to give us hope and a future. He wants to prosper us. He wants to bless us in our lives, and He knows the plans He has for us already. Before the foundation of the world, God knew what He wanted to do in your life, and He still knows that now. So now that we have this understanding that God has these great plans for us, now that we know He is declaring this, that He has these wonderful plans to bless us, we are called to truly trust Him. Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. Here it's put that if we truly trust God completely, He will straighten our paths. That means we don't need to worry about figuring everything out. We don't need to worry about controlling every situation in our lives and trying to manipulate it to our own will, but we can just let go and trust Him. And He will work out the paths. He will make it straight for us. That is a promise He's giving us. So now we have this. We know He wants to bless us. We know that He knows the plans He has for us. And now He's telling us that if we trust Him, if we let go and trust Him, He will straighten our paths. But now this brings up another question. But what about when life seems to take us by surprise? What about when nothing seems to go our way? And when we can't see God in the midst of our lives or in the midst of our situations? Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. God gave us an amazing promise here in Romans 8, and that's a promise that doesn't change. He's telling us that He works in every single situation in our lives to bring good in us. So now we can hold on to this hope. We can take hold of this because God is saying, listen, I know the plans I have for you. All you need to do is trust in me. I will straighten your paths. And even when they don't look straight, I will still be using everything for your good. I will still be in the midst. I will still be at work, working in you, through you, and for you. God wants to bless us in our lives, and He knows completely the plans He has for us already. He's already got it all figured out. And God uses all things, good, bad, or ugly, for our good. So we can trust His will for our lives. We can trust God with our lives. So let us come to God as His children, as His beloved children. And let us not try and insist on our own way. And let us not try to control every situation in our lives. But let us be a people that would live open-handed, that would trust God with our lives, that would trust God with our situations, and trust that He is working all things together for our good, because that is a promise that does not change. That is a promise He has given us, and that's a promise we can hold on to. So today, I want to challenge us to open up our hands, to give up control of our lives, stop trying to manipulate everything, and truly trust God's perfect will for our lives. Thank you for watching, and God bless.